Hey guys, it's Ninja 7, your resident Mistweaver YouTuber, and today I wanted to just talk about Sepulchre the First Ones, 9.2, and where Mistweavers stand, and my progress so far. So most of us don't have tier set yet, let alone the 4 piece, and we none of us have double legendary. So we're kind of in this gray area right now where some people have the power and some people don't. I personally do not. I have been able to get one tier piece set, and it's the legs from Halandras or whatever his name is, and it's pretty solid. Has good substats, and it's very exciting because I think that 2 piece is actually pretty solid. So I'm looking for that, and I've been really on the grind. So far I have a pretty stacked vault. I got 2 heroic slots and a 15 slot, and I'm looking to get my 2 14 slots, and then I have like some PvP as backup. So I'm hoping to get that 2 piece this Tuesday, come reset. But so far, I do not have any of that new power. So with that being said, let's look at the progress I've made so far. I have not gotten as much Mythic Plus rating as I want to, and that's kind of because I didn't get a jump on it the first day it was available, and my IO started out a little lower than most of the other healers that did get that jump. And now people see the Mythic Plus IO score not being in the 2000s, and they're like, let's not invite this Mistweaver. So still struggling to get into keys as Mistweaver, and I didn't make it easy on myself. But I mean, I've timed some 15s. I've timed some 15s on my Druid too, but it's kind of been rough. Like, just people try to do some insane pools when you really don't have to. Just keep doing the same pools you did last season, and you'll time a 15. It's not hard. You don't have to quad pool right off the rip, and then once you wipe, just leave the group. That happens way too often. But yeah, so that's kind of my Mythic Plus progression. I've just kind of been doing at least 115 for the vault, and I don't care if I time it yet. So yeah, and I still haven't done Tazavesh that much. So that's Mythic Plus. Now with Raid, I have with my guild, I found a really good guild. I hopped over Mal'Ganis to join them, and I love these guys. They're great. We have down the first 8 bosses on like through Anduin on normal, and then on heroic we've actually gotten 4 out of 11. So we've gotten Skolex, Vigilant Guardian, and what are their names? We have not done Artificer. Let me, if I can get this pulled up right. I don't want the loot. I want all the bosses. Okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I cannot see all the bosses. But, okay. Okay, so we've done Vigilant Guardian, Skolex, DeSausage, I know everyone calls her that, and then Prototype. We've killed Prototype. But then I joined an Artificer Zymox group, and we killed that as a pug. And I can say for these fights with being a Mistweaver, they've all honestly they felt pretty good. Other than like Vigilant Guardian and I personally don't like Prototype as a Mistweaver. I don't like being on seed duty. I think we do a better job of keeping the rate up because we're using like Ancient Teachings or Sinister Teachings, and letting like the Holy Priest or the Shaman or someone else do the seed duty. And I think that's the best way to play. But I'll get into my Prototype kill in a second because it's kind of hard to explain unless I show you. But Vigilant Guardians, I mean, there's just a lot of running around. If you can like predict where the ads are coming, which will come with time, we'll be able to do that. Then you can kind of get to the ads as they spawn and do a little bit more healing with Ancient Teachings. Skolex, once you get the flow down, you get more value out of Ancient Teachings, but until you get that flow down, I'd probably go with Sinister Teachings. Just because you kind of have to like weave in and out of melee to dodge the swirlies, and then like you have to be ready to have some kind of ranged abilities while he burrows, and so you kind of have to get the flow down. But I was able to kind of get that dance down a little early, and I just stuck with Ancient Teachings. For all of these bosses, I've been going Venthyr. with ancient teachings. I think Sinister Teachings is good, and you'll see it as some of the top parses. But you'll also see Ancient Teachings. They're kind of tied right now. Honestly, they're doing similar healing. But Sinister, you kind of don't do a lot of healing sustained. You do a lot of healing in bursts with your Fallen Order, and Ancient Teachings, you do more sustained healing, like throughout the fight with punches and kicks, and then you'll do more burst during that Fallen Order window. So I don't know. It's kind of just preference. I personally think that Ancient Teachings is a little better right now. Now, once we get double legendary, I definitely think, obviously, you're going to be playing both. That combo is really good. Now I really quickly want to talk about Venthyr. I mean, Venthyr has really surprised me. I will say I called that they were not going to be good. Venthyr was not going to be the play. And that was while they had announced that they nerfed Fallen Order. So what they had done was they had changed it to where our Fallen Order adepts, the little clones that we summon, they would only cast Enveloping Mist once per target. So it would, if your whole raid's low, it would look at your priest, it would Soothing Mist them, and then Enveloping Mist once, and then just stay on them until they're full heal, and then go to the next target. And it just really, really, really gutted Fallen Order. You weren't doing a lot of healing. It wouldn't spam Enveloping Mist like it does, and it was really lackluster. But now they reverted that. They're like, okay, that's a little too harsh. And now Fallen Order is just a great ability on a 3-minute cooldown. And if you're running Sinister, then it's on a 1.5 minute cooldown. Now, once we get double legendary, I will say Sinister Teachings, the Venthyr Covenant legendary is the best Covenant legendary still, despite the nerfs. So in that regard, you'll probably still be Venthyr once you get double legendary. However, the 2-piece and the 4-piece, it's kind of weird with Venthyr. I don't think the 4-piece goes well with the Fallen Order, and it does go well with basically every other Covenant. So once you get 4-piece, maybe it'll kind of edge out one of the other class or one of the other Covenants. But until then, until you get the 4-piece, it's gonna be Venthyr basically the whole way through. And even once you get double legendary, it's gonna be Venthyr. And I mean, that's fine. I think we've all grown to love Venthyr playstyle because it's so easy. It just does the healing for you, and I love that. It takes a load off my shoulders, so I'll take that any day. But yeah, it's really surprised me how all the top parses have been Venthyr. But I like that a lot. So now I'm just going to pull up some of my logs because I've had a couple of you ask about them. Because you're like, I mean, we're taking your advice. You know, why should we listen to you? So these are my normal kills. And as you see, I've out-healed as Windwalker on Artificer Zymox, which is funny. I did, 1,000 HPS and got a 90 parse. Anyways. So yeah, let's look at my logs, normal and heroic. So Vigilant Guardian, the first week I did horrible because my UI was just completely screwed up from downloading the weak aura. And I think I got like a 40 something. But then week 2, I was just my normal self, and I got a 91. So I'm happy about these. All these 90s I'm very happy about. I think they're good. Halandras, it's kind of hard for us to heal, especially with Ancient Teachings, and we lose a lot of value from Chi Burst and Refreshing Jade Wind because, everyone's so spread out. It's really hard to reach the hunters and the mages out in Narnia. So for that one, I probably should have gone Sinister Teachings, and I recommend that you might want to go Sinister Teachings. Or if you're in a very coordinated group, like a guild, where you can tell everyone, hey, scoot in. You don't have to be that far out. You just have to be in a ring around the boss. And hopefully that can help you guys get better scores here. Skolex, like I said, I'm pretty happy with this. I think I got the flow down, and I was able to get a 90 on a boss that we probably shouldn't get a 90 on. And then Livum, I don't really know this fight too well, to be honest. Like, I've watched like 2 guide videos on it, but I got a 94. So you know what? We absolutely take those. And then last, I want to talk about this. Where is she? The Desanya kill. This was my week 1 kill. Now, my week 2 kill, I absolutely slammed the boss. I got a 9.6 HPS, which would have been, at the time, a 100 parse. Now it's like a 99, 98, but I would have gotten a 100 parse had someone logged it. And I was so pissed. I was like, y'all, right after that kill, I was like, dude, I absolutely pumped this boss. And I went to check my logs and nothing changed. I was like, there's no way. Like, I had 8.8 and it was 90. There's no way this wasn't a 100. And it was, but no one logged it. So I'm kind of upset about that because that pink number would have made me very happy. But yeah, overall pretty happy. This Anduin kill, this was just a prog kill. I was just doing the healing that I needed to do. And not much room for like padding. And also we kind of had one of those kills where everyone dies but only a couple people stay alive at the end, and we actually were able to kill the last 10% of Anduin with only like 6 people up. It took a long time, but like the damage in phase 3 is really scripted, so it kind of doesn't scale with how many people are alive. So it just worked out to where we had one healer and like 3 DPS and a tank up, and they were just able to kill it. So I had a pretty low parse because I missed out on like 2 minutes worth of healing, but I don't even care about that. And then Pantheon, it's just hard to heal. Zymox, I don't really know what my let's see, we can look at my healer score. So yeah, look, I got a 90 and then I got an 89. So sure, I'll take it. But let's look at my heroic kills. Now, I know one number is going to jump out to you, but I'll just I'll get there when I get there. So Vigilant Guardian, like I said, it's just a weird fight. Okay, Desanya, this one we only killed once, I think. Maybe we killed it twice. We did kill it twice. This one I died at the end, just like the Anduin kill, and just lost a ton of healing. And then this next one I did better, but I feel like this fight is a lot better suited for Sinister Teachings. And the reason why is because you kind of have to chase her down, and there's a lot of running where you aren't sticking to the boss, getting value from your legendary 100% of the time. So I feel like the trick to this fight is that you are supposed to go Sinister Teachings. Yeah, so that's that one. And then Artificer Zymox, like I said, I pugged this kill. Now, the couple of pulls before this, we got him sub 5%. We were very close to killing. And there was one of those pulls where I had 16k HPS. There's no way that wouldn't have been a pink parse. Everyone was looking at it, and it was a pug kill. I didn't know anyone there, and they were all hyping me up. And then the kill that we actually got, I got 13k. So I was a little disappointed in that. But I know the rhythm of this fight, and I know it. Like the next time we pull this, like when I pull this with my guild, I'll parse high there, so I don't really care about that. But this fight's really good for Mistweaver. We just stick to the boss, fight ads, and the damage comes in like big booms when you get pulled in. That first pull, just the juiciest revival you can imagine. Everyone goes from 10% up to 100, and it is so good. I love it. Fun fight. Really like this fight, but apparently some people hate it. Now, Pantheon, I hate. It's just hectic up top. It's hard to find a target to stick to. You can't really stick to the bosses because, you know, the tornadoes keep pulling you off the boss, and then your raid lead's like, hey, heal this seed, and you have to pull off and go dump all of your mana to heal a seed, and it's just, it's a weird fight for Mistweaver. But I'm sure there's a way to get it done. I would probably go Sinister Teachings on this fight, just because I don't know. The fight to me just doesn't make sense, so I'd want to make it as dumb and easy as possible. Now, Skullx, talked about it 1,000 times. We've only killed it twice. Okay, so I kind of did similar healing both times. Not too great. Looking back, maybe Ancient or Sinister does a little bit more healing just because you have to pull off the boss a lot, and you miss a couple globals punching and kicking. But other than that, yeah. So yeah, that's my parses. Just a couple of you have asked. So far, I've really liked Mistweaver and Raid. I think we still have the same niche where we do a ton of healing, but the trick this tier is to really emphasize our damage. Oh, I didn't even talk about it. I did not even talk about it. Speaking of damage, this Pantheon kill, 13% IO. I really quickly just want to point out, the couple of pulls before this, they were like, my raid lead was like, I don't think we need 4 healers. Maybe we just need 3 healers. So I actually went Windwalker the couple of pulls before this. Then he was like, no, I think we will need Revival. But we still wanted me to do a lot of damage. So if we look at that 13, it looks hideous. But on the other side of things, I was trying to do as much damage as possible. And I got a 97 damage parse, which for me, you know what? We killed the boss, and I think I contributed quite a bit. I will take it. I was basically a DPS with Revival, so I'll take it. Yeah, so I really think our niche, this of the 3 HPS healers, we do the most damage. And we provide Mystic Touch. We give 5% physical damage to our whole raid. And I think that we still fill a role in raid, and you can still definitely find a raid that doesn't have a monk, or one that just needs a high HPS healer, and we can fill that role. Now, we are being out-healed by Holy Priest and Resto Druid, and I feel like they're both going to continue to get even better with tier set and double legendary. But I think our double legendary is solid. I think at the moment, I would probably still stay Venthyr. Maybe Kyrian or Necro can squeeze through once we get the 4-piece tier. But I would probably stay Venthyr. I think that's probably how we're going to find our spot in raids. It's just dumb healing. It does the healing for us, and it just matches up versus all the damage in this raid. So let me know down below if you like this style of video, if you liked seeing my parses, because I know some of you have been asking. And then let me know how far you've gotten in raid, or what your Mythic Plus score is, and how easy it is for you to get into keys. Because I'm really interested in that, and I want to see how all my fellow Mistweavers are doing. But until next video, I have a pretty fun one planned for next time. So if you want to get notified when I post it, hit subscribe. And then hit like if you like this video, or dislike if you don't like the video. I think those metrics really help me see what you guys like and don't like. And then once again, comment down below how you guys are doing this tier. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, and peace.